So hello and welcome to our Pranayama practice for today. Pranayama, the gateway to the divine. So especially if this is the first practice of the morning for you, this is a wonderful time before we get into the movement, the chatter, the busyness of the day. We're naturally more grounded, more connected to our sense of stillness in the body. And when there's stillness in the body, it's much easier to recognize the stillness in the mind and really explore that space. So we'll move right through the practices today. Remember, at any point, if you need to just rest the knees or modify, please feel free to do so. In between each of the practices, I'll give you the opportunity to take a rest or even take a sip of water if you need to. So with that, let the palms face up or down in Jnana Mudra. Let the eyes close. Just breathe naturally in and out through the nose. Really filling the lungs. Really settling the energy, the experience in the body. Here we'll begin with the mantra Om 3 times. And we'll move into the Jai Ganesha mantra. This really just helps to attune our energy to the purposes of the practice, really respecting this really sacred space, this moment that we create for ourselves. So when you're ready, take a natural breath in and out to prepare. And take a full breath in to begin. Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha Pahimam. Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha Rakshamam. Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha Pahimam. Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha Rakshamam. Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha Pahimam. Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha Rakshamam. Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha Pahimam. Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha Rakshamam. May we be protected and guided during this pranayama practice, knowing that we do these exercises, we open our heart, we open our voice, so that we may receive the energy of life more fully into this body. Good. When you're ready, you're always welcome to keep the eyes closed as we move forward, or if you need to open the eyes to see the instruction, you can open them. Moving first into our preparatory breathing, where we'll breathe in and out through the left nostril 3 times, in and out through the right nostril 3 times. Then in through the left, out the right 3 times, in through the right, out the left 3 times. This is just to warm up to make sure that you can breathe comfortably through both nostrils. During this preparatory breathing, taking Jnana Mudra once again in the left hand and place this on the lap, face up or down. Right hand comes into Vishnu Mudra, bending the pointer and middle finger. You notice that the pinky and ring finger, they always kind of stay together, so that's comfortable there. Let them move together. Turning this towards the face, the thumb operates the right nostril, ring finger operates the left. So let's just take a moment here. You can close the eyes, just breathe in and out through both nostrils to prepare. And then block the right, breathe in and out through the left, just slowly 3 times. One more. Now block the left, in and out through the right 3 times. Nice and steady. Now switching, block the right, breathe in through the left, out through the right. Again, in left, out right. And once more. Switching sides, in right, out left. Two more. And slowly releasing the right hand down. Keep the eyes closed, just breathe normally. Good. And moving into our next preparatory breathing practices. Of course, you can keep the eyes closed if you want to stay inwards through this experience, as I explained. If it's new, of course, you can open the eyes and listen. Moving into our Bhastrika and Kapala body breathing. So Bhastrika, like a manual bellows, you're stoking the fire, stoking the energy of digestion, of metabolism in the body. So we pull the breath in and push it out. So we'll just practice going in and out like a pump from the belly, in and out through the nose. And you start to go as fast as you can, maybe even as fast as a sniffing dog. And of course, you can slow down as well. So we'll do this 2 rounds. So take your time, prepare. You can have the hands in Jnana Mudra, face up or down, if that's more comfortable. So closing the eyes, take a natural breath in and out to prepare. And begin Bhastrika. Pull the breath in and out. Pump the belly. No constriction in the throat, just through the nose. Find the rhythm and pace that you can maintain. Squeezing out all the breath after you slow it down. Take a full breath in and hold it. Maybe take the locks if you know them, chin to the chest. Squeeze the pelvic floor. Focus on the space between the eyebrows. And release. Breathe naturally, normally, fully. Now, second set again. Breathe in and out through both nostrils. And begin. Feel the pump in the belly, pulling in and out, all in the abdomen. Maybe you flare the nostrils and let the breath become faster, fiery. Maybe you can go faster. Maybe you can really speed it up. So I have to slow it down. Squeeze out all the breath. Take a full breath in and hold it. Take the locks. Focus on the space between the eyebrows and hold. Squeeze the pelvic floor. And then slowly release. Breathing normally. And please feel free to keep the eyes closed to absorb the experience of your breathing. You're very welcome to rest the knees or open the eyes as well if you'd like to look at the example for Kapalabhati. So Kapalabhati breathing, very similar to Bhastrika, whereas Bhastrika is the bellows breath. Kapalabhati is called the skull shining breath. So very similar, just an automatic bellows. So we force the breath out, but it naturally comes in. Again, it's pumping through the abdomen. This again is amazing for your digestion, amazing for the movement in the organs of digestion in the abdomen. So we're stimulating. So you might even feel that you kind of bounce a little bit when you do this. So the breath comes from the navel up to the brain and out through the nose. Again, really good this will make the skull shine with clarity. Very good for mental stimulation and energy. Okay. So again, we'll start and we'll just keep going at a pace. So just listen to the body and just find the exhalations. Inhalations happen naturally. Take Yana Mudra, face up or down. Eyes closed, and remember there's no constriction in the back of the throat, so nothing in the throat, just out through the nose. Have tissues ready if you need. Take a full breath in and out to prepare. And just take a half breath in to begin. Pump the belly back. You might keep a little space in the mouth with the tongue down. Keeping the face relaxed, keep going. Squeeze out all the breath, all out of the abdomen. Take a full breath in. Feel the lungs, tuck the chin to the chest, squeeze the pelvic floor, pull the navel back. Taking the locks here. Focus on the space between the eyebrows. And slowly release. Take a natural breath in and out to prepare. And again, half breath in to begin. Squeeze out all the breath. Take a full inhale and hold. Take the locks, focus on the space between the eyebrows. Squeeze the pelvic floor. Navel comes back. And slowly release. Breathing normally. Again, do feel free to rest the knees, to open the eyes, or to keep them closed as we move forward into our Purna Ujjayi breathing. Now, Purna Ujjayi, we create the constriction in the back of the throat, the ha sound with the mouth closed. So on the inhale and exhale, if you're able, you create that sound in a loud voice like this. Now, of course, it might be a little more challenging on the inhalation. So if it's more comfortable just to do on the exhalation, you can do that and just breathe fully through the throat on the inhale. And to make this a complete breath, we imagine we're filling the abdomen region, so the diaphragm comes down, the sides expand, and the tops of the lungs expand. We take the fullest breath we can. And then the exhalation, squeezing it all out. So again, we're really warming up all the muscles of respiration. And you can hold at the top just for a brief moment. Okay, so just find the variations that work best for you, but you're breathing in a loud voice to really feel every part of your inhalation. And it may wind up being about a count of 4 in, a count of 4 out. So no rush here. We'll do 12 rounds. So letting the palms face up or down on the knees in Jnana Mudra, the eyes close, and let's begin. We'll take 12 rounds here, just breathing in a loud voice, victorious breathing. Take an exhalation to prepare and begin. Once more. Just breathe naturally here. After these 3 very strong, energizing breaths, it may feel so much easier to breathe comfortably, even to hold the breath. Sometimes you feel as if you've expanded all the muscles of respiration so that the breath really just lingers. It comes in and out so easily, so fully, almost like the breath is breathing you. You just keep the space open in the muscles to receive it, right? Good. So again, today we'll just come into one round of breathing for conditions. And today, let's return now to positive breathing. Again, we want to feel that awakeness, aliveness. And the way that we do this through our breathing practices, as we know, we're just breathing fully, or activating all the muscles of respiration through the last 3 practices. Now we move into the more subtle realm of the nadis, the energy channels. So you may be familiar with the chakras that go along the central channel of the spine, but the central channel is also called the Sushumna Nadi. This is the largest channel of energy in the body, in which everything crosses over, moves. So on either side, you have these 2 channels that crisscross, but really they can be visualized as the right side channel, the Pingala Nadi, and the left side channel, the Ida Nadi. So Pingala, right side, is sun, masculine, energy, strong, fire, heat, everything very young. Left side, Ida, is everything cool, moon, feminine, fluid, water, even earth and grounding, okay? So this is how we find balance. When we do alternate nostril breathing, we're finding balance in the nadis. So in this next practice, positive breathing, we're really just stimulating the Pingala nadi, the right side. So I know it might be opposite for the way you view me here. So the right side, Pingala nadi. So we're really just breathing through the right nostril. Again, this brings a little bit more mental stimulation if you need a little more positivity for the day, okay? So again, we'll just do 12 rounds here. When you're ready, take Yana Mudra in the left hand, face up if you're able to, if that feels comfortable. Right hand comes into Vishnu Mudra as before. And turning the right hand towards the face as you close the eyes. And here we take a count. We breathe in for a count of 8. We hold for a count of 6 and out for a count of 8, but all through the right nostril. So I'll lead you through here. Take a breath in and out through both nostrils. Blocking the left, now in through the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold both. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep going. In right. 8. Hold both for 6. Out right. 8. In right. 8. Hold 6. Out right. 8. Again. In right. Hold. Out right. In right. Hold. Out right. Keep going now. Just to the right. In 8. Hold 6. Out 8. Keep going. 8. 6. 8. Just feel that full breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In 8. Hold 6. Out 8. 3 more on your own. When you've concluded, just releasing the right hand down, breathe naturally through both nostrils. Good. Relax the hands, relax the knees. And you can keep the eyes closed if you like. So we move now into our next pranayama practices, Nadi Shodhana Pranayama. This is the standard alternate nostril breathing. In this variation, we don't really count, but we can visualize the breath coming down into the navel and then up and out to the other side. So in one nostril and down, and up and out the other nostril. Sometimes you can also imagine if you want to clear the mind, you breathe in through one nostril, it goes to the space between the eyebrows and then just out the other side. In one nostril to the central and out the other side. So as you can tell, now we're really focusing on balancing the right and left sides, and that works through the nadis, right? And you can also link it to the right and left side hemispheres of the brain. So again, with the positive breathing we just did and stimulating the right side, this is really just for awakening, and now we can integrate that feeling into the rest of the body. Okay, so get yourself comfortable. Sometimes it is the case that if you're holding the hand towards the face for a while, you might want to support the arm. Maybe you have something to lean on, which is perfectly normal, very helpful. So from here, again, sitting comfortably in the cross-legged variation, you'll notice I'm not cueing too many of the locks, because when we hold the breath just for short times, or if we're not holding it, we don't really need the locks. So we'll move into that in the next practices. Left hand comes into Gyan Mudra, face up or down. The same again, right hand into Vishnu Mudra. Now, just test out to see. Sometimes the ability to breathe from one nostril to the other is changing, especially during the practice. So just block the right nostril and breathe in and out to the left a few times. Then switch sides. Block the left, in and out to the right. And you'll notice that one nostril is much more open. So that's the active nostril. So we'll begin with the active nostril. I'll call that the first. We start with the first and then out the second, in the second, at the first. Just holding at the center naturally. So that finger comes to the nose before you release to switch sides, okay? So instead of having something like this going on, everything in, block, out. In, block, out. All right, so let's begin. Let the eyes close. Take a natural breath in and out through the nose. Take the right hand towards the face and go ahead. Breathe in and out through both nostrils again to prepare. Now block the less active nostril. Breathe in through the active. No count, comfortable. Block the active, out the less active. In the second. Block, out the first. That's one round. Now continue. In the first. Out the second. In the second. Out the first. Good. Keep going. Nice and smooth. Visualize whichever variation. Maybe up through the mind's eye. or even down to the navel. But feel the difference from one side to the next. Let your attention follow the breath. Maybe it pulls down towards the navel. Maybe it goes up to the mind's eye. And taking one more round here. When you've completed on the active nostril, the first, just releasing the right hand down, breathe normally. Good. And again, resting the hands, resting the knees. You're welcome to open the eyes or keep them closed. Good. So now, today we'll have an experiment, really. It's not an experiment, but this is called Shivananda style breathing. So we normally do a rhythmic breathing where we're counting, but today, just to experiment, we'll try it first without counting. So sometimes this might be more advanced if you feel that you can hold the breath for a long time, but it's also very accommodating if you haven't yet found what feels comfortable in your rhythm in holding the breath. So this is a great opportunity to put together everything we've been working on today in this Shivananda style alternate nostril breathing. So just like we did before with the Nadi Shodhana, we'll start with the active nostril, we'll hold, and we'll release the less active. So we'll just go back and forth. But to find the rhythm, we have to really just tune into what feels right? So normally we use a count. It might be 3, 12, 6, breathing in 3, holding for 12, out for 6, in 3, hold 12, out 6, and you start to feel that rhythm, right? But today, just to experiment, notice how it feels and how long it feels comfortable to hold your breath. So what you can actually do is inside the breathing, you can find how long the count is for you. So there is no automatic how long it has to be. Okay, so for example, in Shivananda breathing, because you will likely be holding maybe for longer 10 seconds, we'll take the locks. So we'll breathe into the active just as much as you need. Take the locks, squeezing the pelvic floor, tucking the chin to the chest, focusing on Trikuti, the space between the eyebrows, and you just hold it for as long as you feel comfortable. When you're ready to release, out the second nostril. Again, as long as you feel comfortable. Then you breathe in the second. Take the locks, hold, just focusing there. And then release out the first. So this is actually a really good practice if alternate nostril breathing with kumbhaka, the hold, if this is relatively new for you, you don't have any mental restraints. You don't have any need to count, but you do have to feel into what feels appropriate, how much breath is coming in, how long it feels comfortable to hold, and then how much breath you can release comfortably. All right? Very, very nice practice. And for people like myself, I'm very used to counting. So I want to work away from counting. I want to go right into the experience of the breath. And even though I know I can hold the breath for a long time, I'm not really concerned about how long. It's just long enough to feel effective. But if you're new to this and you're new to finding the count, you might want to, as you feel comfortable when you are holding, maybe count and see how long it feels best, how many counts it feels good to breathe in, how many counts to hold, and how many counts to release, just to find out. All right, cool. So this one we'll practice with the timer. And like I said, so we won't really have much direction here because this is up to your sensation, the feeling that feels right for you. Good. So when you're ready, get a comfortable seat. Again, yes, if you need to support your arm for the alternate nostril movements, go right ahead. Left hand in Jnana Mudra, right hand in Vishnu Mudra. The eyes close. The right hand turn towards the face. Again, if you need to practice to find the active nostril, go ahead. And beginning on the active nostril, but first together, breathe in and out to prepare. And go ahead, block the inactive nostril or less active, breathe in through the active. Hold, take the locks. You hold it as long as you feel comfortable until you're ready to release at the less active. And then you repeat again in the second. Hold, taking the locks. And releasing out the first whenever you're ready. So just continue at your own pace. And as you go inwards, maybe you can feel or hear the heartbeat that can help your rhythm. When you hold, you're squeezing the locks, focusing inward. Remember, you're moving at your own pace. It might be faster, it might be slower, it might be more deep, it might be more shallow. No judgment. Completing the final round that you're on, ending on the active nostril. And when you've completed, just bring the right hand down into Jnana Mudra, keeping the eyes closed. Keep focusing on the space between the eyebrows. And here, as you allow the breath to move through the body fully, naturally, imagine that life force energy through the breath rising up through the system, through the mind, filling it with clarity, focus. Maybe you feel sensation of the breath moving through the body, down through the arms. Sending your breath awareness to the physical body as your body relaxes. The breath filling the belly, the abdomen, the chest. Feeling that space and expansion within yourself. And of course, sending the breath down through the hips, the seat, through the legs, all the way down to the toes. You can imagine the movement of energetic electric impulses through the nervous system, sending awareness and life to every part of the body, every cell. And as you feel your breath expanding from the center outwards, You can imagine all the cells of the body breathing in the same way at the same time. Expanding to receive and create space, to take up space. And contracting gently to soften, to yield and release. Just let your breath allow you to become more intimate with the dance of life. Expanding in spaciousness, taking up space, and softening, contracting, yielding to release. Respiration is a delicate dance of life. It allows us to take in life, to really experience and feel it. It also allows us to remove life when we are ready to expire or to release or to remove waste material from the body or even remove notions from the past that no longer serve us. We'll close here with Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace beyond all rationale. Together, breathing in. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. You're welcome to bring the palms together, overhead and down to the central column, passing through the mind's eye, down to the heart, bowing the head gently. Taking a moment of gratitude in your life, in your experience, and for your experience in life. I thank you so much for sharing in this pranayama practice where we connect deeply to the source, to the self, so that we can be in this world with life and enjoyment. Again, thank you so much for sharing in this beautiful pranayama practice. Have a wonderful rest of the day.